Hello everybody, my name is Hydrus, and welcome to the first episode of the HydrusCast. This is basically going to be my podcast right here on the Hydrus Project channel. We're going to talk about YouTube, video games, all kinds of stuff. We might get crazy here. But we're just going to have different guests on every week and that sort of stuff. Speaking of which, we're going to be doing this once a week, every single Saturday. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to sit here, talk, chill, relax, have a great old time. And for our first guest, as you can see on screen, it's his current guest. For our first guest, he so graciously agreed to come on. ShortTempered is here, aka Tobin, is here in the call with me. We're going to be talking about YouTube and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to quickly unmute myself, say hey to him, and we're going to get started, going to go from there. It's going to be good. So I guess just buckle up and relax. You might have actually been able to hear his keyboard there, but how are you doing, Tobin?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. But again, thank you so much for coming on for the first episode.
Yeah, dude, anytime. I love it. I love podcasts. They're freaking awesome.
Speaking of which, do you listen to podcasts regularly or anything like that?
So like podcasts, usually I don't listen to too many because I don't really have too much time to watch them. But like I've watched like I like Jenna Marbles, so I've watched her and Julian's podcast every now and then. I watched some of Vinny's when he was doing I've seen he did pretty good ones. I saw a couple Joe Rogan ones, but some of them are just like too long. Like it's hard for me to watch like an hour podcast all at once. But I every now and then I'll turn them on if I'm photoshopping or something. They're always fun to like listen to, especially if they're like a couple funny people like Jenna and Julian. I think they're hilarious, so it's always fun to listen every now and then.
I have a little puppy. His name's Zuko, from Avatar. But every morning when I take him for walks, I'll just throw on a podcast, and it's usually like an hour-long walk. So listening to a podcast as I'm walking is nice instead of like sometimes I'll put on music just because I'm like I don't really want to listen to someone else's voice. I know it sounds so mean.
I don't want to listen to anyone. I just want to hear my dog and I want to listen to my own stuff.
Yeah. So. I guess we can just jump right into the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious because the questions I have my own answers for them, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if our answers line up, which I feel like they might.
Yeah, they could.
But the first question I have is, a question I'm sure you've probably been asked a lot, is what is your favorite thing about YouTube, just in general?
There's a lot of things I like about it. I would say if I'm just gonna give one definitive answer, I would say the community, like especially I've learned this a lot lately. The community aspect is crazy. Like just the way, especially when like just I know I'm a smaller YouTuber, but like when we have like 20 people in the chat and we're all just like talking about a whole bunch of different topics, we're all just laughing, having a good time. To me, that's my favorite part. I love when I make a video and the community, I have people commenting all the time saying like, oh, we really like the intro moment, or this part of the video was funny. It's a really good feeling. 'Cause to me, that's like the best feeling. Like, you can like, I think another cool thing is like, the aspect that you can make this your own business. I think that's really awesome, and you can make money. But like, to me, people donating is, I really love it. And when I can get paid from YouTube, I really love it. But to me, what makes me the most happy is having a lot of people in chat. So I'd say that's probably like my favorite part is just the community and everyone always commenting or chatting it up. I think that's the best. That's the most makes me the most happy, I think, about YouTube.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the community aspect because even if it's like not just my own videos, when I upload a video and there's tons of comments on it and stuff like that, like that's insane to me. The fact that anyone's watching it, is so cool. But like just being in, like, for example, I didn't mention this, but if you don't know who Tobin is here, he makes Pokemon content and stuff. But like the Storm Silver stream tonight, just being in the stream was so much fun. And it's like, like the donation, like doing push-ups every donation, it's like that was I don't know, just overall that whole stream was a lot of fun.
See, like,
and I find Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I didn't want to interrupt you. You keep going. Keep going.
Oh well, what I was gonna say is like when I join in streams, I'll be like, oh, I'll jump in for like 10, 15 minutes, and I'll just lurk.
Yeah.
And then like 2 hours later, they're like, all right, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'm like, what happened? And it's just because of how much fun I'm having and everything.
Yeah. Like I think like for my streams, like I've always tried to find something that like, because I want to do something like people want to hang out and I want people to have fun. Like that's my thing. And then also I'm a huge fitness person, so like I think me adding the push-ups into the stream lately has been really fun, especially because it keeps me really energized because I'm doing something and I'm staying in shape. It might not be like I'm not like going to the gym for 2 hours, but like just doing push-ups, like people don't notice how much of an effect that can have to you, and it just brings like people. I go through some every now and then. I won't say I'm depressed or anything, but every now and then I have like negative thoughts and everything. But like these push-ups lately have been like just doing like over 200 a day now. Like it just keeps me my mental health like really well. I haven't really doubted myself much lately. I don't know, I think it's a great thing. And so like for streams and just general, I think it's just fun finding that something. And just what we were talking about, like the community, I think like when I first started off, when I started doing poker, I did put YouTube for a while, but I didn't have a community. Rigby, shout out to Rigby, he was like my first person in the community for when I started doing Pokemon, and it was so cool having him. And to me, all along, like just having like a few people every now and then join the community, like that's the best part, when you have just these people loving what you're doing and just love being a part of it. I think that's the best part. So like that's why streams, if I can have everyone in the stream doing something with me, like push-ups or jumping jacks, whatever anyone else is doing, like I think it's so fun because it just brings a whole different thing to streaming. I think because I don't want people just to watch me, because to me I don't find myself too entertaining, but adding these, like I don't know, like I just don't find myself so funny and watch, like I just kind of ramble all the time. But like adding these push-ups, if everyone's doing push-ups with me, we're interacting and just having a great time. So I just think it's just cool finding things for the community to do in streams and stuff.
Like I found your channel relatively recently. It was towards the end. Well, I originally found your channel about halfway to the Heart Gold or the Fire Red Leaf Green Cage Lock, and I saw an episode of it, and then I don't know what happened. I just completely lost the channel and everything. And then like a month later, you were doing the finale, and I think it was Astrid or someone retweeted like the tweet like, "Oh hey, this is next episode," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember those guys." And I do this with everyone. Like I get very wishy-washy with stuff. So like I'll binge watch most of the series. So like. Especially if a series is going up like 4 to 5 times a week, I can't always keep up with it. So
it's hard.
Like binge watching it, which is what I've been doing with the Heart Gold Cage Lock.
That's awesome.
But overall, I don't know. I also kind of, I think I slightly prefer binge watching, just so it's like, if it's like oh, Cage Match next episode, I'm like, well, I don't gotta wait a day. I can just the next episode. Boom, there I'm at. But something I wanted to quickly go back to that you were talking about earlier about the push-ups. First up, 200 a day. I gotta catch up. About that, I started off like doing like 50 before I go to, because usually what my routine is when I'm being healthy, I try to do some ab exercises at night, not long, like 5 to 10 minutes ab exercise, nothing crazy, and then I would do 50 push-ups, and that was like my nightly routine. But then I was like, I should do this in the morning too when I wake up before I shower or something. So I started doing 50 in the morning, and then I started doing it at lunchtime. But now streams, but since I do it during streams now, if it's a night like tonight where so many people were too kind and donated a lot, and people were becoming members, and we hit our dono goal is 40 or not a dono goal, our like goal is I think 30 likes for 50 push-ups. Like all this together, like it just adds up quickly to like doing like around 200, which I mean it's just all a progress. You just do 50, you could do like 50, maybe not do all in one set, but like 25 and 25, call it good, and then you just keep trying to add on maybe one more like every day or something, and you can slowly just build up. Like it's just a build. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go for
About 2 weeks ago, I started doing the like a push-up challenge, which is like you do a set amount of push-ups every day, and then you slowly up it.
it. Yeah.
I started at 30 because I am god awful at push-ups, and I'm not super fit right now. I've never been super fit, but I want to get better. And like I've been eating a little bit better and that sort of stuff, but doing like tonight in your stream is the most amount of push-ups I've done in one go. Like usually I'll do, because right now I've been doing 30 a day, and just recently I started doing 30 all in one go, and then when Big Uzi donated $20
Oh yeah.
And I just like I kept going after that. I was like, hey, I feel good about myself.
Yeah, like it's like you can just keep on building. Like it's funny because like even if you just do like a set amount every day, say people start off with like 25 each day, and you just do that in one go, you do that maybe for like a week. If people don't realize, if you push yourself, you could probably do like another 15 to 20 more without even noticing. Like I usually just stick around 50 to 60. 60 is usually like my max. Because I don't want to like overstrain myself. But one of the other streams, I think it was Haas donated like $100, and so I was like, oh, it's 100 push-ups, and I tried doing it all in one go because I was like, I'm just gonna do my best. I did like 75, and that's the most I've ever done in one go before. So I was like, I mean, you can do more. Like once you start doing it more and more, like you can just, if you just don't think about it and you just go for it, your body can do a lot more. To me, it's your mindset. Like if your mind is saying no, you're not gonna do it. But if you tell your mind like just shut up and you just do it, you'll keep going. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, like on my whiteboard here, I usually have my workout thing for that day,
and
it's like my mom's like, oh, you gotta up that to like 75 a day, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't think. But after tonight, I'm like, maybe I should.
Yeah, I mean, hey, definitely. Like, I mean, definitely not right off the bat, but like, it's always good. It's always good as starting point. Like, like when I started working out at the gym, but I haven't worked out in a long time. Like, I've been really bad. But like when I first started working out, I would lift maybe like 20, maybe like 25. I think it was like 25 dumbbells for bicep curls, and I was able to get to like 40 pounds. But then, I mean, since I'm not going anymore, I'm probably gonna have to go back down to 25. Like you always have to get a good starting point, and then from there you can just slowly build. And I hate when people are like, yeah, you could do like 100, like what's just something crazy, like 100 pounds, you could do it. But I'm like, well, it's, to me, if you build up to it, it's better than just jumping straight to your max, because that's not healthy.
There's a fine line between pushing yourself and hurting yourself. Because if you like, there's pushing yourself and that's good, but like if it's like, you know, let's say you're lifting, like you're bench pressing 100 pounds, someone's like, oh, you can do 200. It's like, I don't think I can do 200. They're like, oh, you can, and then you add 200, then you're squished.
To me, it's like you can get there. Like it's good to have a mindset like I can do it, but like you need to. It's more healthy to build to that amount like over time, because you can get your form down better, and because having correct form is the most important part of like lifting or any exercising. So I've always been the person like you keep pushing yourself, but do it slowly, do it over time. Don't try to max out on your first day working out. To me, it's not a good plan. So you're gonna pull something. So
yeah, like that's what these 2 weeks have really been about, is like I'm doing 30 a day, which isn't like an insane amount, but I really just want to get like the form down pat before anything else.
Definitely.
But what was I gonna say? I was just looking at my list and I was just like, YouTube.
We got off a tangent working out, but hey, it's always good. It's always good to talk about the healthy lifestyle, because
like my brother and my dad, they go to the gym every morning and they get up at 5 a.m. and go. So I'm kind of like, that's usually when I'm going to sleep.
That's when I go to sleep.
So it's like, you know. But like if like I even thought about it, I was like, oh, I'm up until like when I'm like going to sleep, I hear them walking around. I'm like, what if I just push myself for another 2 hours? But I'm like, I don't really want to fall asleep on the treadmill. So,
that's tough, especially when you're sleep deprived and you're trying to do cardio or something. It's a little bit harder. But
I think I prefer like taking my dog and just going for a walk like around the neighborhood kind of thing.
Yeah, it's all it takes. It's always good
to get some fresh air as well.
Yeah, fresh air. Yeah, that's what I need. I'm signing up with my gym again here soon. Not only just because I want to start lifting again and doing cardio, but like just getting out of my room. I've been like in my room 24/7. It's really unhealthy, so I'm trying to I'm really trying to push myself to get out.
Yeah, like really, like the only time I leave my room is to take my dog for a walk and go to work. Like, you know, it's not 100% healthy, but like I'm homeschooled, so I do all my schoolwork in my room. I do all my YouTube in my room, so it's like I don't have much of reason to leave my room, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, why would I? I got everything right here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I record in my room, I edit in my room, I stream in my room, I watch YouTube in my room. Why would I leave? I'm doing everything here.
Actually, that's not a question I have here, but it's something I just thought of. It's like it's a pretty quick one. But what is the longest amount of time you spent editing one video?
Okay, so with this, it kind of depends. So if we're just talking about like a regular series that I'm doing, like if we're just say the cage lock in general, that one's like pretty. I have a routine down for that. If I have a routine down for a video, I can edit it faster than most. But like cage lock, I might take hour to an hour and a half. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't say I get to that 2 hour mark unless it's like an intense edit episode where I'm putting a lot of mid edits into it. But most of the time it's about an hour and a half. I would say on average, just depending on the intro length. If the intro is a minute, it's gonna be a longer edit. But I mean those I would say a good average is like an hour and a half. Just for like if I'm planning my day out, I would say I'd give myself about an hour and a half to edit it. It's about that.
For me, like, cause like I didn't get into Pokemon. Like I've been technically doing Pokemon videos for a little over a year now, like Nuzlocke, but I haven't always been like just Pokemon sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I did, you know, like I originally, like, there was a point back in September, where I was doing about 2 videos a day, and they were like really highly edited, but that was very unhealthy. Like I was proud of what I was making, but it's like, you know, when I'm sat there, I start editing at like 10 p.m. and I'm done at like, you know, 4 in the morning. It's like, you know, spending like 6 hours on a video, because like I would sit down and record for like 2 hours and then just chop that all down and get it all crazy edited and stuff like that. And it's like, the videos look good, like I was pretty happy with them, but it's like, this is really unhealthy. Yeah,
so
I stopped doing that.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, especially like when you're first starting off, I think it's so good to get content out there at the beginning, because it's great to just get a whole bunch of videos out in case people do find your channel, they have a lot to watch in case they do like you. But yeah, especially I would say that when you're starting off, it's good. Maybe like a video a day is good, but like it's really unhealthy to do more than that, just because you're not, especially like, I hate to bring money into this, but you're not making anything off this, you know, like you're just starting off, you're just trying to get a community. So just having a video day or a stream a day, I think it's good, because you keep growing your channel, but you also aren't limiting yourself just doing YouTube all day every day. So I think it's a good line it's good to draw a line with YouTube when you're first starting out, and make sure you're still doing the necessities in life, I guess, like work or school and all that.
Yeah, like one thing I'd like to do is stream more often, but my internet's not like, you know, like top notch.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
No, I feel that.
But,
I feel that my
like,
internet's trash.
Yeah, like my internet is like, my upload, I kid you not, is like 0.8.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like God status or anything like that, but like I did a Flora Sky test stream sort of thing, and I think my drop frames ended up being like 10K. It was insane.
Oh Jesus.
So I was like, alright, well, but like,
yeah. Did you drop your bitrate down a lot?
I think my bitrate was like 300 or something like that.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. I want to say if it's in the 5,000, it's like, just lower your bitrate, you might be fine. But no, if it's 300, yeah, you might. Yeah, that's hard.
So it's kind of like, oh man, you know, it's like I'd love to stream more, because it seems like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like one thing, if my channel ever got bigger, like streaming is one thing I'd love to do. Just because I don't want to say, because I don't want this to come off as in the wrong way or anything. Yeah. But it's not that it's not as hard to do as a video, but I guess it's maybe a little bit less time consuming.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, like, for a video, you have to sit down and record it, and I usually record for like an hour roughly, and then I cut that down.
Okay.
So then there's the editing process, and that's like, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours, something like that. On the Sacred Gold episodes, because I like mid edits, I'm kind of like, I don't want to like overcrowd the video with edits or anything like that. Not that editing's bad, but like I don't think I'm that great of an editor, so it's kind of like I don't want to, you know, like really crappy, choppy edits sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I also don't have the time to sink into it, kind of thing. But anyway, so like when I kind of came to the conclusion, it's like, I can't really stream that much. I kind of just like, part of me wants to just put most of my energy into my videos and make them as high quality as possible, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I would say that's a good. I mean, it's a good idea. Like, I think streaming now on YouTube for like at least the Pokemon community is really good because you can.
Yeah.
It makes, like, for me, that's my main growth is streaming. I would say that's where I get most of my subscribers. I think if you can't stream, like, especially for anyone who just wants to start out, you have 0 subscribers and you just want to start out, I would say just doing videos. If you can put them out and just put your best, put all your energy into them and put as many, like, not as many edits, but good edits you can make and improve edits, trying to make edits better each time, and just making videos your best content. Like, I think you can definitely grow. I mean, that's how I started, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't start streaming till like a year in. I streamed every now and then when I first started. Like, I did a sleep block when I first started, but besides that, I didn't stream like I stream every day now. I stream maybe once a month. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. So I started off by basically just making videos, and like I was putting out videos almost daily, and
Yeah.
I think it's just good to start. And then, I mean, when I started editing Pokemon videos, you can go back, like, my Platinum Nuzlocke is my very first one I ever did, or randomizer Nuzlocke, and it was just, I look back, I'm like, my editing was terrible. Like, this is just awful. But like, you start somewhere. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best editor now, but like, I definitely improved a whole lot. Well, and you just got to push your limits.
Just from like, I watched the intro montage that you did on the Cage Lock recently. But like, just that compared to the Soul Silver randomized Nuzlocke that I was watching that recently, because an episode of it popped up in my recommended. It's like episode 12, something like that, of your Soul Silver thing.
Oh, that's from like last summer, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he did this, because like the only Soul series that I properly watched in full was the Y Nuzlocke, or Y randomizer Nuzlocke. But the Soul Silver one, like, just the editing from that, which was already really good, to the Cage Lock is like, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, like, I would say, like, I put a lot of edits to Soul Silver and Y. Like, I put a lot into those, but like, they weren't like, I guess my editing style I think changed once January hit. Once I started doing Cage Lock, I think my editing style changed a lot. And like, I think during the Soul Silver, I put my webcam like over the gameplay basically, and I like cropped it, and then I moved my webcam for the edit, for like emphasize on words and everything. And now I only do that every now and then. I don't really do it too much now. If I want the game, I might just put just the game for a second and do a shake or whatever I need to put. But so I think my editing, I think the style has changed, which I think it's changed for better. I find the intros for Cage Lock the funniest I've ever recorded. And I love editing Cage Lock. I think it's my favorite thing to edit, and so that's why I think I put more love into it than I do anything else. So I think that's why people might enjoy it a little bit more.
Well, I don't know if this happens to you, but like, you know, like, I'm doing okay, I'm not gonna say this yet because it's actually kind of a spoiler for my own channel. Okay. But soon I'm doing a series with a friend of mine. Okay. And one thing that I was like, since like I'm editing half of it, or like I'm editing my episodes, he's editing his episodes. And one thing, like, I feel like I need to go harder with the edits, because it's like, this is not just my stuff, sort of thing. It's like, I feel like there's a little that small added pressure to make them as good as they can be, sort of thing.
No, I feel that. Like, I feel that because Cage Lock, TJ might be starting to edit his own videos, which is going to take it's going to be really nice for me because I'm going to have 3 series going on at once here pretty soon, and it's because everyone's going to be editing their own videos, so I'm able to do more at once. But when I was doing Cage Lock, I was the only one editing, and so I would feel that every episode even if it wasn't on my channel, it was going up on his, so I was like, I need to make sure this is the best thumbnail I can possibly have. This is the best editing I can make for this episode. Like I always wanted to make sure I'm making whatever I'm putting on someone else's channel or our collab thing. I need to make sure it's the best I can do because I don't want to I guess I don't know. I would get cuck the other person. I don't know a better word to say, but yeah.
I know what you mean. This is a little bit off topic, but it was something I was just thinking about when we were talking about getting started on YouTube. Like, this is something that I'm not great at, and so I've been on the platform of YouTube as a whole for about 8 years now. But I've never, one big thing that's never been there is consistency. And when I say consistency, the way the algorithm is now, it's like you better upload every day kind of thing. Yeah,
definitely.
But even if you just have, like, you don't have to necessarily upload every single day, but if you just have a consistent schedule, like, hey, this is my series, I'm doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like, people, when they know when to come back to your channel, sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Just that alone is plenty.
Well, yeah, like, because I mean, just in the Pokemon community, like, if someone doesn't have a schedule, you can just look at their series. The ones that don't have schedules don't do anywhere as good just because you don't have that consistency.
Like, I don't mean to get too but like the analytics of my channel, when there's like periods where I'm uploading every day, the channel's at a much higher level than I miss a couple days here and there and then dip severely. Yeah, it's like it's crazy just how far just being consistent can take you.
Yeah.
Now, of course, consistency, like, if your videos are thrown together in like 5 minutes and there's no effort put into them, well then even if you're consistent, there's still like, you still have to put effort into them, sort of thing.
Yeah, you need to find, like, if editing is your way to draw the audience in, you need to put a lot of edits into it. If that's your best thing you got, like, for me, my edits I would think are the thing I take most pride in. So like for me, for an intro moment or for video, edits are what I want to have in it because I need to. That's how I think I can draw people. I don't think I can do it through comedy through the whole video. Like Vinny, to me, his thing, he doesn't need to edit. He can just make a video because he's hilarious. So you just gotta find that one thing you think you can bring to the table, and then just and make sure you're doing that every single video.
Like for me, my thing has always been, because like I'm not fantastic at editing, and I want to get better, and I'm slowly getting slightly better. I'm definitely better than I was, like 6 months ago. But like for me, I've always wanted to have really good graphics and the commentary to be as clean as possible. Also, this is kind of a side thing, but like I'm a huge stickler for audio quality. Like the audio quality in a video, I'm kind of like, and I sound like such a hypocrite right now because my microphone is not the best. Just because, I don't have that much money.
Well, yeah.
Like I rented a Shure SM7B, and I love that microphone. Microphone is incredible. And I had it for about 2 months, and I was renting it for about $40 a month, so it wasn't too bad. But it's like I need to get like a cloud lifter and an audio interface, like a better audio interface. So it's like I was like, I can't really sink that much money into this right now. But so I got a cheaper option. Eventually, I'd like to get the SM7B again because I just really like that mic. I
feel that. No, audio to me, that was the most important thing ever. When I first started out, I had a BM 800, which you can get for $20, and I had I had it. Too. And it was okay to me. Actually, looking back on it, it wasn't a terrible microphone, but I had a Phantom Power button thing. It's not really a sound interface. It was like a $5 thing you can get, and the microphone just sounded awful. I was so mad. I was like, I just spent $25, and that's when I just started working. I worked for weddings and banquets. I was like a server. And this was right before I started working for them, so I was like, I just used all my money on this microphone. So then I bought like, let me just tell you this rundown. I got that one. Then the next summer, before my junior year of college, beginning of summer, I got the Scarlett microphone pack. You got the Scarlett interface, and you got the Scarlett mic with it, and Scarlett headphones. It was all right. It worked, but then when I started editing those videos, I was like, wow. If I scream, it clips the audio so bad. So I was like, this sucks. I was like, I hate this. Then I got my next microphone, which was a Shure. I forget exactly I actually have it right next to me, but it's
the PGA 40 or 27, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I like how you know it, and you're not even looking at it right now.
Well, no, I was looking at the same microphone.
Oh, okay.
I brought it up in a video.
Or something like that. Okay, I was like, how do you know this? How do you hear?
Yeah, I have a camera in your room right now.
Okay, that makes sense. Looking through my camera or something. But no, yeah. So I got that one. That one was pretty dang good. I would say if anyone wants a good microphone, that one to me is the best you can get besides the Shure M7B. But that I would say the only problem is you can get some feedback audio with that one. Like echo it's kind of echoey a little bit. So yeah. But to me, it's the best microphone you could possibly get until you get the Shure SM7B, which like I have now. And this microphone to me is just I've never had problems since getting it. Like I've been pleasant with my audio since, but like audio has always been like a huge thing to me. I would always invest in like a new mic just so I can get the better quality. To me, it's more important like the webcam. I'd rather have someone with an amazing microphone than a good webcam.
Yeah, like right now, like when I edit my videos, and like my microphone right now, my microphone itself isn't bad. It's the audio interface I have it's a pretty cheap one. And I've had it for over a year now, and it's taken quite a beating. Yeah. And I rented the SM7B, which is very like it doesn't use phantom power, right? It's just all preamps. So you know, I like my thinking, I was like, did I like ruin my preamps in this thing from using that? Because like when I had the SM7B, I had a very quiet hissing, and I knew what that was from because I didn't have a cloud lift or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I was looking at the PGA or the PGA 27. Yeah. Because it used to be the PGA or the PG42 with a USB thing.
Oh yeah, because they had two things of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I really want that mic, and because a friend of mine had it. And I was like, oh, I really want that mic, but I was like, it sucks they don't have an XLR version. I looked it up. I was like, oh, they do. Yeah. So then I was looking at that, but I was like, $300 for that, and I was like, I could just save up for the SM7B. It's like only a couple $100 more. Yeah, like it's like, oh. I mean, well,
I've also learned like, you could go a long way with a microphone if you have a good, like a really really good sound interface. Like because I got when I got my microphone, I was still using my Scarlett, but I wanted to get the Yamaha, so I got the Yamaha like a month after getting my microphone, and the Yamaha, I think it's Yamaha MG10XU, and
yeah, I was looking at the 6XU, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, like I mean, honestly, I think any of the models would be good. I know this one for sure is really great, but like, it makes, I think just any microphone will sound good with this interface, I think. And then it's just improved. I mean, it'll sound good, but then the overall mic is always gonna make it better. So like to me, like if anyone's starting out, I think the interface is definitely the way to go. Like if you can afford a Yamaha, and then you can get by it, your microphone could sound amazing with that because you can have so much mixing to do with it.
Like the one that you're using, like the step below that is the 6, and in Canadian it's $160.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't too bad. I mean, it obviously includes like shipping and all that bloody stuff, but overall, like it's not too bad. So I was like, hey, that's not bad. Because the other thing I was looking at was the Scarlett Solo, which is $150. So it's like I might as well just jump up 10
Oh, definitely, yeah. I would say like Scarlett's cool if you to me like if you don't have any microphone and you need like an interface and you want a microphone all in one package, I think you're good to go with the Scarlett just to get you started. But I remember the Scarlett sound interface bothered me so much because what it does is like your microphone will just get robotic-y just randomly. Like it was so weird. Like during stream. What was that?
Oh, sorry. Did it have the issue where it would like when you plug in your microphone, it would like sit on one side of the left ear cup or whatever, and like the right ear would just be completely blocked out or something like that. I read something about that.
I mean, I never had that problem. My problem was like during streams, if I did like sometimes my mic would just get randomly robotic-y, so I'd have to like unplug my microphone like from the USB part and plug it back in. So it was really annoying, especially in some videos it got robotic-y. So then the recording just kind of had to get scrapped. So to me, it's a good way. I mean, it's good to start if you just need a microphone. But like, yeah, I think the Yamaha, like, if you want your sound quality to be good and to be consistent, I definitely think buying a good interface is good.
Yeah, like the microphone I have isn't too bad. It's the Audio Technica AT2035. Like that's not a bad. It's not a bad microphone. It's just I'm like really so far what I've narrowed it down to, because I bought this thing like, oh god, almost a month ago at this point.
Oh, wow.
But and like I've been using like the audio interface I have. It's not great. It's the Behringer Euphoria UM2.
Okay.
It was like $60 on Amazon, and I was just like I had like $100 budget, so I was like, all right.
Yeah,
and it was on sale, so I got that and the NW700, which was okay for like 2 weeks. And then that microphone kind of crapped out.
Oh no.
But like I've gone through like so many microphones, so for like rented and tested them out and stuff like that. And so far, the one that I've liked the most has been the SM7B. But it's quite expensive.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. Yeah, like to me, like it's great to get once you're like, okay, YouTube looks like it could be promising for me. Like I got it once. I mean, I got it still. I think I got a little bit early. Like I got it when I hit around 5 subs is when I think I got it. And I mean, I wasn't making money off YouTube then, so I think I got a little early. But like to me, if you start making money off YouTube, then it's like, okay, maybe I can afford it. I'll save up for it.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely discourage people from buying it right off the bat, because you can get a Blue Yeti and be fine. Like that like, to me, that's good.
Like one thing that a lot of people do, and this is coming from someone who's done this.
Yeah.
When they start a channel, like not even like when they start a channel, but when they see a little bit of growth, they're like, oh crap, I need to just buy the best equipment I can get, like a really great camera, really great microphone and everything. Which, yes, that'll help. Like when I click on someone's video, I've never seen them before and their stuff is super high quality. Like that makes me want to watch their stuff more, but that's not the deciding factor of me wanting to subscribe and keep coming back. Because, you know, like when I started, I was immediately I hit 100 subscribers, and I was like, oh, I immediately started looking at the SM7B and everything, and like cameras, and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I do not have $3,000 to go spend on a camera and a microphone and everything.
Well, yeah, like I mean, I would say my quality in my videos, not like entertaining wise, but like the stuff I have to make my videos, I would say I have probably the top of the line stuff you could probably get. I have a great camera that just came out that autofocus is incredible. All I have to do is get a better lens for it. I have an amazing microphone. I have like anything I need that a YouTuber would need, I have. But I've also look at my subs. I have 1,500 subs. I'm not making a living off YouTube. So the quality of my videos is great. People are gonna like it for that, but that's not gonna draw people in. Like I'm not gonna instantly have 100,000 subs just because I have good equipment. Like it's good to have, but the most important thing of growing a channel is entertainment. If you can entertain people with whatever it is, that's the most important. Buying all the extra stuff is going to help in the future once you establish a community.
For sure.
But I would say to start off, like if people want to start with YouTube, just get just like have a headset. Just get a headset microphone. Like if you can buy a SteelSeries headset microphone, which to me I wear these headphones and they're amazing. The microphone sounds professional. If you can buy that, you can start it off YouTube. That's all you need.
Like, this is kind of embarrassing, but honestly, I started back in 2011. So when I started, I literally had a webcam. I don't use this webcam anymore because now I upgraded to the C920. But I had a crappy $15 Logitech webcam, and I put it in my shirt collar.
Oh, like Jacksepticeye. Hey.
Yeah. And then I had it right there, and then I was just like, hey guys, welcome back to my Fire Red Let's Play. Like I just learned what an emulator was, and I was like, whoa, I'm like hacking the Matrix. I honestly thought the police.
Do you learn in 2011 what an emulator was?
Yeah.
That is okay. That's wild because to me, I did okay. I'm not techie at all. I know a lot now. Like I know how to edit and all that stuff just because I've learned, obviously, because I do it every day. But I'm really not so techie. So when I was first like, I had a Mac laptop when I started off, and my friend who doesn't even play Pokemon that much taught me what an emulator was, how to download a ROM, how to do a Nuzlocke. I didn't even know what a Nuzlocke was.
Like,
This was all in 2016, I think you told me.
2019.
No, not 2019. No, 2016. So like technically, I learned how to do this like 3 years ago, and so it's surprising when I see like how people were doing Nuzlocks back in like 2011, like EU and everything. Like that's just insane to me because I'm like I wasn't even in my head at that time, and during 2011 I was playing sports and never was touching a computer. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, like I remember when Marilyn was uploading the Wedlock, and I was like, "This is insane." But I started YouTube when I was very, very, very young. I was like 8.
Hey, there you go. That's cool.
Well, I'm turning 16 this year, so it's like I'm not like So like when I started, I was very young, and I was watching like SSOH, PKC, and like those guys. And I was like, man, I can do this. They can do it. I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never really consistent about it because I didn't care that much because I didn't take it that seriously because it's like, well, I want to just go play Minecraft with my friends sort of thing. And then eventually I wouldn't say it was probably in like late 2018. So, a couple months ago is when I got really serious with it. Like probably like August, September is when I got like, I was like, like buckle up sort of thing. Like I started 2018 with like 20 subscribers, and then I gained 5 subscribers from January to August, which to me was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And then I started doing Pokemon stuff, and I got involved with the community and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden I shot up to 100 subscribers in like 4 or 5 months, which I know it's still not insane or anything like that, but to me that was like, oh my god. I hit it big.
I think that's awesome when people are like, oh my god, it took me 6 months to get to 100, and I'm like, it took way too long. But to me, I'm like, that's incredible. It took me when I started when I started doing YouTube like pretty consistently, I would say it took me about a year, I would say a year and a month. So base 13 months. It took me 13 months to hit 100, and that's with me posting over 200 videos. I would say it took me like 200 to 250 just to get to the first 100 subscribers, which was incredible. Which is so happy at the time. But like when people say like, oh, it took me this long, this is embarrassing, I'm like, dude, that's awesome. If you can do it under a year, I think that's sick. It took me over a year to do it, so that's awesome.
Like considering that growth, like my goal for the end of the year is like, that's actually a question I have on here. My goal for the end of the year is 200 subscribers, and everyone's like, dude, you're aiming way too low. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I just hit 115 recently, and I'm just like, hey, like, I don't think that's too unreasonable to hit 200 by the end of the year. So it's like, I'd rather aim lower. Like a friend of mine, he just hit 80 subs, and he's like, "I'm gonna go for 1 million by the end of the year."
No, yeah, that's like are you expecting to blow up overnight? That's not happening. Like that's like
unless
that's insane.
Like PewDiePie shouts you out.
Well, yeah, like you would have to already be famous in some other area to do that growth. Like that. Yeah. It's to me, it's always good to shoot. It's good to make a good goal, I would say, but never make it unreasonable. Like I think 200 is a good goal because you could always exceed that. Like if you do a series and it blows up.
Something I'd rather have. Like I'd rather aim for 200 and be like, whoa, this is like, because my original goal for the end of this year was 100, and then I hit 100 at the start of the year, so I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna aim a little bit higher than that, so I aim for 200. So it's like if I hit 200 by August, that'd be insane. Like that'd be I'd lose my crap. But it's like I'd rather be, hey, we crushed our goal rather than.
We didn't make
just hit it, or something like that.
Yeah, no, I would say that, yeah, that's good. Because like mine, because like in January I was like at 550, so I was like, I hope I hit 1,000 by like the end of the year. So I was like, oh, well, hopefully I can double that number. But then I got to 1,000 because I started streaming daily, and then I got a lot of raids, and so I hit 1,000. So like now my goal is like I want to hit two. Well, I got to 1,500 now in a couple months. Since I've hit 1,000, I've got again like 500 subs in a couple months. So I was like, my next goal is to hit 2K by the beginning of August. Cause I was like, that's a couple more months I could do it. But it's good to set like those. If you're growing, if your channel analytics say you've gained 10 subs the past month, then it's good to say, oh, but I'm gonna try to hit 10 subs every month then. And I think to me that's a good goal, because then you probably will do it, and then or maybe you exceed that and you get 20 subs the next month, and so then you even get more happy with it.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't mean to get too negative or anything, and I hope this doesn't go too negative.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the questions I have on here, because my first question was, what is your favorite thing about YouTube? We kind of talked about the community and stuff like that, which is, again, by far my favorite thing about YouTube. But my second question is, what is your least favorite thing about YouTube? And when I say that, a lot of people will immediately be like, oh, the copyright system or something like that, which is definitely, that needs to be sorted, and it's like, but at the same time, the way I see it, when I think of what is my least favorite thing about YouTube, I want to say something that it's like, something that I could potentially help change, sort of thing. Like the copyright system, what am I going to do about that? Unless I'm working at YouTube, there's not really much I can do. But, so I guess when I say what is your least favorite thing about YouTube, I guess just in general, like, for me it'd probably be like the drama or the toxicity and like, in like that sort of stuff. Like when, like, there was a thing I saw going around recently where it was, not just in the PokeDerm community, but a thing going around recently where it was raids, but it was like toxic raids where you raid someone and you just completely crap all over them, which is like, I don't get how
I've never, that is just terrible.
No, I was watching someone stream and then like it was like raid and I was like, oh crap, this guy's getting raided, and then everyone was like, oh you fat ass, go kill yourself, all this stuff, and it was like, what the heck, like, take it down a couple notches.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So it's like, I don't know, like that sort of stuff, it's like, it's very sad to see that stuff, because it's like, really, man. And I think that's a big reason why I really like the PokeTuber community, because it's like, you know, like, again, I'm not gonna get too much into this, but you know, like this year the PokeTuber community took a pretty big hit, but then for the most part we've, like, everyone's kind of like swung back, and it's all good again, sort of thing. Yeah,
to me, to me, it's the best. I've never seen a community like this on YouTube. It's, to me, it's the best community you could be in. Like, it's so positive for the most part. Like, I mean, there's always a couple people every now and then. Like the whole situations that I'm not gonna get in details, but all the situations that's happened like last month. I would say that sucks, but most of the time that never happens, and everyone's just really happy to be with each other. And there's a good community. But
it's also really great about the PokeTuber community, because like there's people that I'll see in like Dylan's streams or whatever, and then if I see him in like your stream or something like that, it's like, oh hey, I recognize that person. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, we all share this community that just pops back and forth, and sometimes you have to pick and choose who you want to watch, because it's a lot. Like, I run into the problem. I have like 3 friends. Three of my main friends are like around my sub goal, and we all go live around the same time. So then people have to pick and choose, which sucks because we have to share the community. But and so views might go down. But like, it's awesome that the fact that if we do a series together, though, that series is gonna blow up because we're bringing the community together. But I would say my least favorite though about YouTube is my least favorite part would probably be it's hard for smaller content creators to come up, because there's such an emphasis on the bigger ones now and recommended stuff, and it's hard to like get in. And it's just hard. It's hard for smaller. They made it really hard, especially really discouraging, especially with I get the reason why with the monetization. It's really hard. I got it taken away like 3 times because they kept putting the goal higher and higher, but like, so it's really discouraging. There's the whole, now you can't stream unless you have 1,000 subs or something, or no, you can't is it mobile? You can't stream on your phone.
I think it's like I can't stream my phone or something like that.
Yeah, until you hit 1,000. I think that's the new goal, and that's stupid because some people don't have access to a monitor or a computer. So like, you only have your phone, and so if you take that away, they can't. It's hard for them to do anything. So I'm like, goals, like the stuff like that, it's like that's hard, and then it's hard to even get shown, even if you can post videos. Like, I've been doing this now consistently for 3 years almost, and I've been doing it for 3 years, I would just say, and I mean 1,500 is amazing, but like 3 years, you would think maybe I'd be like at 10K or something by now. And so it's just, it makes it really hard to grow when you're small. And that's what I would say is my least favorite.
Like a friend of mine, I'm not gonna like call that,
Yeah.
but a friend of mine, that's one complaint that he has about YouTube as a whole, like the bigger YouTubers, how I don't think, like, I think like Dylan and Vinny, they do a pretty good job at, like, they try and, I mean, I'm also not in their streams as much as I think I like to be, but like, you know, like, I think they try to look for the smaller, like some of the smaller people.
Yeah.
Like, I know a friend of mine, the Lime Films, he got rated by Dylan. He was doing a white sleep block, and his channel grew quite a bit. Like, he was at like 70 or 80, and he jumped up to like 130.
Oh yeah.
Which is really cool. But I definitely agree. It's definitely a lot harder for smaller that's creators to.
But that's another positive though. Like the being in the Pokemon community, we all rate each other, and that's like our whole. We do that for our streams, and for me, I've gotten huge help from Dylan and Vinny. They've rated me so many times, and Dylan, even when I go into stream now, he knows me by name and everything. Like I'm planning on moving to Georgia to live near him. Like I'm able to do I was able to grow a lot because of him. And to me, if that's what's nice about being on, at least on this side of YouTube, is you might not get subs on your own, but these people, if you can stream and stuff, like they try their best to reach out to these smaller YouTubers. And I would say Ryan King Corfish, he wouldn't be where he was at if it wasn't for Dylan. Like Dylan helped him out a whole lot and gave him this chance. Like it's all about helping each other out. So I would say like that's what's so cool about being our community. We're all trying to help each other out, even if someone's just starting at 50 subs, if they go live or they tell us, we're like, oh, everyone go watch their stuff, get them to 100 subs and stuff. Like that's what we're all about.
Like that's another thing. Like one thing that, like, going back to Ryan for a quick second, like Dylan and Ryan doing the series together, that definitely helped Ryan. But
heck yeah,
one thing that I don't like when people are like, oh, the only reason Ryan's anywhere is
it's not the only reason.
Dylan. It's like yes, that has something to do with it, but the way I see it, it's like Dylan kind of got him there, but Ryan is like the person, like he's keeping himself there, sort of thing. If you get what I mean. His heart hit, like.
I completely agree. I probably came out kind of sounding off, kind of like roasting Ryan. I wasn't trying to like say like that's the only reason, but like he would get there probably eventually. But like he went from 2K to 25K, whatever he's at now. Like yeah, he got to that like so fast because of Dylan helping him. But he has the skills that he should be at 100K. Like he should be there because his editing is phenomenal. Like he made my Y randomizer and Nuzlocke intro for me. Like he is incredible with the edits, and I think he's really talented, so he deserves it. But yeah, like just other people helping each other out in the community is what people are gonna hopefully hear from that, not me roasting Ryan, because I wasn't trying to do that.
No, I didn't
okay
get that.
Okay, good.
But one thing, like, if I ever get, like, if my channel ever goes somewhere, and I get a little bit of, I don't know what the word, because I don't like using the word famous, because that sounds weird, that sounds bad. But like, just getting somewhere, I never want to just be like I always want to remember back to like, hey, I remember when I was, little tiny guy really trying to get going. So it's like, if I ever see, like, I really want to try and like help out the smaller people, and I don't mean like I get Twitter DMs all the time where someone's like, hey, can you like do a video shouting me out? And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
like can you do a whole video shouting me out? It's like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, like, I don't think, like, even if it was my best friend, I don't think I'd do a whole video shouting them. I do, in a video, like in my Sacred Gold episode 2, I shouted, well, technically just by recording Sacred Gold, I shout you and Equinox out.
Hey.
But like you're a Pokemon in episode. You're a Pokemon in the Sacred Gold Nuzlocke, so I put your channel link in the description, so it's like, hey, so you guys can find out who this person is.
Oh, dude, appreciate that. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just like I will definitely say that like, I'm gonna be 100% honest. when, like, earlier this year, when that whole crap went down, I was wavering a little bit, but then seeing, like, Dylan and Vinny, like, them not, like, you know, like, some people think it was weird, but, like, you know, they weren't like, hey, we're gonna need a couple days or whatever like that. They kept on going for the most part.
Yeah.
And they kept, you know, like, and I was like, wow, like, sort of thing. I was like, hey, you know, like, this is a really good community. And I feel like, I don't know if this is the best way to explain it, but, like, you know, like I said, I've been doing YouTube for 8 years, and I still don't really know what I want to do. I've just been kind of making videos, just kind of like, I don't know, is this good? And then, like, occasionally if a video hits, like, 30 views, I'm like, oh, I should do more of that, and then I'll upload part 2, and then no one watches it, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. That's one thing about this doing Pokemon stuff is you're doing a series. Part 0, part 1 is amazing, and they're like, wow, this is doing great, but then people solo, like, each episode there's going to be most of the time less and less views because not everyone stays the whole series, which is fine, but like it's hard because you're like, oh, the series is doing great, and then it just slowly goes down. You're like, oh, yeah, that sucks. But
and I think that's a big reason because, like, I, like, throughout my Pokemon career, I've not won a Nuzlocke yet, besides Soul Link, but even that we lost a couple times before winning, and I got a Mewtwo, and that's the only way we won. But, you know, so it's like that sort of stuff. But, like, I feel like what has happened is I feel like, you know, I've kind of found, like, my clique sort of thing.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like I'm in high school. I am in high school, I don't know what I'm saying, but, like, I feel like I found, like, you know, like, there's a small community here. Like, there's, like, the big boys, like, you know, Mo and Dylan and those sort of guys. And then it's like, you know, you have the smaller guys down here, but so that's like when it's really nice when Dylan or Ryan or whatever, like, they're like, hey, like, go check this guy out or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I just overall, I'm glad I'm in I'm slowly fitting into the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
I really wish I could live stream more because I think for solo Pokemon stuff, that's like the best way to go.
Yeah.
But until my internet gets better, unless I move to Georgia to get my internet, that's not happening for like a good 3 years.
Yeah.
If I even do it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like, yo, once I get to Georgia, my internet will be 50 times better. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard with this. Yeah.
Speaking of Georgia, are you gonna be living? Well, obviously you're gonna be living close to Ryan and them, but are you guys living in like the same neighborhood?
Well, the goal is, I'm gonna say, like, me and Dylan. It's not like me and Dylan or Ryan, me or whatever. We don't like text like about it, but the whole TJ is the first movement. So him and Linz and Dollywop are gonna be in the same neighborhood. Like, they're gonna be like probably a few houses down. And so my goal is to get the next nearest house to wherever they live, basically. If it's
Sorry, wait, I just realized Dollywop and Linz and they're all moving to Georgia?
Yeah, they're well, I would have done it right now. Like, I would have went and lived with TJ right now if I could, but I don't have the money to do it right now, so I have to wait like a year. But
yeah,
but we're all planning to like have this humongous neighborhood basically. So that's like the goal, at least for next summer.
Dang, is all of like, because usually like LA is like the place to go for like YouTube stuff, but it's like, is Georgia the place to go for YouTube stuff?
Well, like,
I love the sorry.
Well, like, I would say like LA is, if you can go live in LA and live off YouTube, that's super cool because there's a lot of YouTubers down there. There's a lot, it's movie just central there. You can get movies there. I think it's probably like that'd be like the best place to live besides the price. But like Georgia, like, the housing's really nice there. Like, it's really like, if there's 3 people living in a house, which we're probably gonna have, it's about, like, TJ did the count, it's about like between like 500 to 600 for like for each person to live, which is super cheap, because that's easy. You can easily make that. That's like 5 days of me subbing. Like, that's nothing. But so like that's nice. And then also just being together with the YouTubers is what's drawing. That's what's drawing me there. I was like, if I can surround myself with 10 other YouTubers all in the same neighborhood, the content's just like, there's unlimited content you could do with that, and it's gonna motivate every single one of us to keep doing more and more and more and better things. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be, I guess, the feel of it's what's drawing me there. Just being with everyone.
I have one more question on here, and I feel like I might have asked you this before, like not on a podcast, obviously, but it's if you could choose one PokeStreamer to do a series with, who would you choose? I feel like I've asked that before.
A lot of people. I mean, I've just brought some streams, but I've Vinny because I think we would gel pretty well. I think we're both really like.
I've never heard anyone use that gel pretty well. Sorry.
You're good. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think like I feel like we'd have chemistry really easy because he's just so outgoing and goofy, and I'm a goofy guy myself, so I feel like, and we're both a talent. You can't get much closer if you're the same ethnicity. So I would love to do it with Vinny, just because I think it would be a really fun and funny series to do. My favorite YouTuber is PewDiePie, but like I don't know how I would do a collaboration project with PewDiePie. Like, they just wouldn't work. So like, but with Vinny, we could totally make a series.
Yeah, I can definitely see you guys doing a series.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be my dream, like, for him and me to do something. But like, obviously, I need to become friends with him more, and obviously, I need to grow. I can't just do it right now. But yeah. Like,
for me, my dream person to do a collaborative thing, honestly, probably Dylan. I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is about Dylan, but like I'm gonna sound like a stalker here, but I found his channel during the Diamond Extreme Randomizer, and I was just like, this guy is incredible. And then I just watched and then he lost that series, and I got so close to crying because I was like, no, I can't watch his videos. And then I was like, wait a second, has all kind of other stuff.
Yeah.
That was also around the time when I was in a very bad like mental state. So it's like, you know, like Dylan, like if I could do a series with someone, I would love it. Hell, just even doing a video, like if Dylan, like if Dylan was ever on this podcast, I'd lose my collective crap. But
yeah.
I don't know, you know, it's like it's one of those things that it's like I definitely like probably Dylan. But I like overall, I think if you're doing video stuff, collaborative stuff is like a good way to go.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, when I say that, I don't mean like go spam Vinny for like 30 DMs a second. Like, hey, you want to do a series together? Yeah,
that's just gonna put them off. Yeah, like you don't want to do that. But like if it happened, like if you get close with them somehow, like a good way, like if you wish someday to do that with these guys, I would never bring it up, but like maybe just hanging out in their streams and I mean, if you could become a member on their channel, support them, and they're gonna see that, and then maybe you become a mod, they get close to you. Like with Dylan, mine was, I mean, I would say I'm the closest with him out of everyone, but like I'm still not, like I don't know him personally very well, but I would say I'm closest with him because I became a member on his channel. I stopped by a lot. He's seen my content before, so then he can put a name to the face, and that's how I kind of slowly started talking to him more and more, and that's why I'm even considering moving to Georgia, was because of him. So I would just say like, yeah, just like it's, if anyone wants, if you ever want to do stuff with people like that, I would say I'd like try to, if you can get your way into the friend group, that's the ultimate goal. But like hanging out in their streams, being a consistent viewer of their stuff, and they see you, that's definitely the way to get them to know you.
With the consistent stuff, like one thing, like this is gonna sound weird because I don't want to say it's like picking and choosing, but like when you and Equinox did the Minecraft stream, I found that was a lot easier because it was like, hey, I can basically watch both you guys at the same time. But like I find myself, like when I see EQ goes live, I'm like, man, I really want to jump in his stream, and I'm like, Tobin's stream is some.
Yeah, no, it's hard. That's what I'm saying. It's hard because when we're all friends, we all have the same community, so it's like people get torn all the time. You're like, so it's like I don't blame people for choosing someone else over me because the next day they might choose my stream over theirs. Like it's hard because we have to all share a community, which is great, but it also people have to choose, which sucks.
To an extent, it also depends on like what they're doing and that sort of stuff. Like I think one thing that puts me off a little bit from Dylan's stuff, and when I say puts me off, I don't mean like I hate this guy because I literally just kissing his ass a second ago.
Yeah.
But I mean like I do, like I've a big complaint I've seen in my little group on Discord is a lot of people don't like his, like, a lot of people have talked about they don't like their stream, like, not just Dylan's, I don't want to pick on Dylan, but like they don't like their streams like Vinny's and Asteroids because they're like, oh, they get a donation and they lose their crap. But it's like, I guess my kind of counter argument to that is, well, if you got donated $500, would you just be like, oh, thanks?
Well, yeah, like that's what I don't. That's why I think I hate watching live streams. To me, live streams aren't that as fun. But Vinny's and Dylan's are probably my favorite. If I'm gonna stop by a stream, I can do that. But like, I can watch Dylan or Vinny just because I love how it shows how humble they are. Like, they get donated $20, they won't like, maybe they won't like get up and run around, but they'll still be like, oh my god, like $20. That's so cool to me. They're so humbled, and they're really thankful they're getting, like, people are giving them this kind of money, like, because it is like, to me it's weird, like, to donate to people. It's weird, like, you're just donating to a random person you don't know, and so when you get donated, like, you should be excited. If you're like, I don't get the Fortnite streamers or the people who are super big and they get like donations like, oh yeah, thank you, and they don't say anything. I don't get that. To me, maybe I got $1, I'm like, yeah, well, thank you, like, that's awesome, but like, I might not go crazy. But if someone donates maybe 5 to 10, it's like, oh my god, like, that's like, that can get me some gas for the week, like, that's awesome. Like, like, to me, you need to go crazy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I agree. Like, to me, like, I think going crazy is the natural reaction. If you don't go crazy over someone giving you money, you're not thankful for it. Because to me, that's what
I will say it is definitely easier to say that sort of stuff, like when they're like, oh well, I don't like their streams, because they get a $500 donation, like they get $500 donations all the time. But it's like, yeah, and not necessarily all the time, but it's also like, if you watch that sort of stuff, like, I guess trying to put yourself in their shoes, like, if you're just sitting there playing some Pokemon, like, and Dylan, like, from what I get from him, is he's kind of like, I don't deserve this sort of stuff, from like what he said. So it's like, if you're in that mindset of I don't deserve any of this stuff, and then you're just sitting there playing Pokemon in your bedroom with all kinds of crazy people in your stream going, you know, and then all of a sudden someone just donates $500 just because they're like, hey, I really like your stuff, and I think you're deserving the $500. You're not just gonna be like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
and like continue going. Like, you're obviously gonna have some sort of reaction, or at least I would hope so.
Well, yeah, especially like, you're like, these people are giving me money to make this up. This is insane. I'm not like, for me, YouTube's always been like, I need to make sure I can make a lot of money off ads so I can live off it. But like, Ryan, he doesn't live off of ads. Ryan probably doesn't make that much money off ads. He probably makes maybe $5 to $10 a video, maybe. What Ryan lives off of is donations. So when these people are donating to you, that's insane. That's crazy to think about. Like, you guys are supporting me. You guys are the reason I can do this. Like, to me, that's like, that's why we go crazy. Like, some of us can go crazy about it, because you're like, these guys are supporting me. Without them, I can't do this daily. I can't do this all the time. Because of you guys, like, to me, that's the community aspect. Like, because of the community, you are able to do this more than just one time a day for a couple hours. Like, you can do this and make a living off it because of the community.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something that that'd be really cool. Just like, I don't know, I still cannot grasp it. Like, the most amount of money I've ever donated to someone is like $10, and I usually donate just because I'm like, I don't think I'm deserving of any of the money I make while I'm working. But at the same time, it's like I'd love to go into a stream and donate like $500, something like that. But like, and I eventually, like, that's honestly something on my bucket list. Like, going to like one of my favorite YouTubers and just donate like $500.
I mean,
even just $100, something like that.
Oh yeah, like, I mean, I've done, my biggest donation was, I did 50. I donated to Dylan, actually, and I think that's my biggest I've been. But like, for me, like, I don't donate just because all this money right now I'm like usually having to save, or I'm tight on money, so I need to like save it. But like, if I have, like, to me, if this ever became my job and I was with Vinny's at or Dylan's at or wherever, I would definitely give back, like, to people who are doing it. Like, I would love to donate to people, like, drop a 50 or 100 like consistently. Like, that's sick. That's so awesome to like be able to make someone happy with money. And I think that's a lot of the bigger donators, just that's why they do it. They like making other people happy, and I love that.
like I don't know. I've never, like, no one's like in my, like, I've done like 3 streams I think in my lifetime, and you know, obviously someone's not gonna come and donate from that. Like, no one's watching.
Yeah.
It. But what I was gonna say is, like, people, just the fact, like, I think what a lot of people don't realize when they're donating like $2, and like I'll see, like, you know, like when someone donates $2 in your stream, like, oh, I'm sorry, that's all I can give. It's like, I don't think, like, you know, if someone were to give me $2 and they apologize, I'd feel so horrible.
Well, yeah, like,
because it's like,
yeah,
sorry.
no, keep going, yeah.
But it's like, I don't think, because it's like, just the fact that you're giving $2, just the fact that, like, whether it's 50 cents or it's $100, I think it's appreciated all the same.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how much you give or how little you give or whatever it may be, it's still, that's more than like, just the fact, like, someone clicking on my video and watching the intro of it, and then if, like, they watch the intro of it, they're like, okay, this guy sucked. That's still amazing to me, just the fact that someone found my channel and thought, like, oh, hey, this looks kind of interesting, and clicked on it.
Yeah.
You know, I know that I sound crazy because I'm like, oh, someone didn't like my video, and I'm like, thank you.
The fact that they even clicked on your video, you're like, well, thank you. At least you clicked on it. Like, that's really cool. Like, because a lot of people don't see this. Like, especially when you're starting off, they're not gonna see your content like in the recommended. Like, they might see videos or something. So if they find your channel, you're like, well, at least they clicked on it. That's awesome. At least I've got someone to click on it.
Like, if I look at a video and it has, like back in like January of last year, I would upload a video and it would get a like, and I'd be like, oh my god. Like, just the fact that, like, it's so, like, I'm freaking out over when my video hits 5 likes. I'm like, holy crap, that's insane. So it's like, I can't even imagine someone donating me like $2.
Yeah,
like,
no,
that alone would just be
crazy. It's honestly crazy. Like, I feel like, I think March is when I started getting donated to, like, not consistently, but like every now and then I'd get a donation, and it was just crazy. I'm like, holy crap, like, what the heck? Like, you guys are donating to me? What the heck is this? And now it's like almost a daily thing, which is insane to me. Cause, like, I'm like, you guys don't need to do this. Like, when, especially like today, like, I would say, like, today I think they donated maybe around $70 to $80, and someone became a member, which is $5. Like, that's insane. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, you guys are insane. What are you guys doing right now? You guys don't need to be doing this. I just want you guys watching. That's all I want. Like, and you guys are like donating. That's insane.
Like, I don't know about you, but like, I again, like, a lot of people don't realize just the fact, like, just you watching the stream or the video or whatever, that goes a very long way. Just the fact that you just being there, and like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't donate or whatever. It's like, you do not have to apologize at all.
Yeah.
Like that, like, you know, like that. Just the fact that you're there.
I'm not streaming because I want to get donated to. That's I mean, that's not what I'm here for. I'm streaming because my favorite thing about streaming, I honestly, I would never play Pokemon games. Or any type of game, basically, besides like games with my friends by myself. Like, I don't like games a whole lot, but to me, I stream because I want to talk to people like for 2 hours straight and just have a fun conversation. So to me, when I stream, it's about the chat. You don't have to donate. I'm gonna do this if you guys want to come out to this. If I get 0 viewers, then I might not stream. But like, if there's 20 people in the chat, it's like, yeah, this is amazing. I'm having so much fun. And videos, I make a couple cents off videos. I really don't make much. I make top 40 cents off a video. And so it's like, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I want you guys to react to my stuff. I like when people comment like, cool intro, or this was a cool video, or, oh my gosh, you lost this mod, how sad. Like, that's I love that. I love seeing comments, and that's why I make the videos. If I didn't have those comments, I might not make as many videos. But
yeah, for sure. I don't think I would have kept doing, like, honestly, like, just one person or 2 people watching the video and liking the thing, and like, that's plenty for me.
Exactly. That's how I started. The whole first year of Pokemon content, I had tops 3 comments each video, and I would, if I got 10 likes, I would be jumping up and down, because 10 likes was insane. Like, 5 likes was my goal every episode, and I would get maybe 4, but I was still happy with that, because that's where I started. Like, that was for a whole year I did that, and then at some point you start jumping up, but like, you just appreciate just the few people who will comment your videos when you start.
Yeah, it's like, and like, don't get me wrong. Yes, it is nice when your channel is like, you know, like your videos start to get more and more attention.
Oh, yeah.
Don't like, it's not that bad. It's like, oh, I don't care about that. This one video I made a year ago got a like, something like that. You know, it's like, but like I said, whether it's, you know, whether your video gets 20 likes or it gets 5 likes, it's all appreciated. It's all like, holy crap. But anyway. Going for almost an hour and 15 minutes.
It's not a long time. That's why that's so quick. I was like, crap, we've been doing this for like an hour.
Yeah, I said, oh boy.
That's a good first podcast. A lot of people. I mean, if people are watching it, you know, you got a lot of view time there.
Yes. Well, that's. You know, I'm not gonna say it for a different day because if I say this, I'm gonna end up talking for another 3.5 hours. But without further ado. Going to cap it off there, unless there's anything else you want to say or talk about.
I would just say I think a good lesson is just listen to my boy Shia LaBeouf and just do it. If you want to do YouTube, just freaking do it. And so just go. I mean, there's no better time than now. If you keep pushing off, you're gonna keep pushing off and pushing it off. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just start it now. And that's my biggest thing to people.
Just go for it. Don't even worry about if you don't have great equipment. You can just have a laptop microphone. That's plenty. That'll get you started.
Heck yeah.
Or hell, if you have a phone and you want to start a Pokemon channel, you can get emulators on your phone. You can get like the iPhone. It has a built-in recorder now.
Yeah, no,
so like you could.
Yeah. I don't know how to use that, but I think that's amazing that you can record off your phone. Like I would have definitely used that.
Like you just like all you have to do is swipe up and click the little circle red thing, and you just boom, you're already recording your screen, and you can edit and iMovie. Like I've seen some pretty crazy like Pokemon stuff, and it's all done from their phone. And I'm like, what? Like I wish I would have been able to do this when I started. Like I was working off like my mom's laptop, you know.
Yeah.
But. Anyway, so if you want to get started, just go for it. Just do it. If you're getting 0 views off your first couple videos, that's totally fine. You'll grow eventually. But without further ado, thank you so much, Tobin, for coming out for the first episode. This
Anytime,
was a great
man.
chat.
I appreciate being your first guest. That's really humbling.
This was really great. I was super nervous going into this because I was afraid I was going to be super awkward the whole time.
No, I think I feel like we were like best friends here. This was a great time.
Well, that's the weird thing going in. Just from your streams, I feel like we're good friends. But
yeah.
Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Next episode is going to be next Saturday, and we'll have a new guest from there. I'd like to have a guest every week. If I have to do one on my own, I guess I'll do one on my own. I don't know. But there is plenty of PokeTubers and YouTubers that I'm sure would like to be on the podcast.
Yeah,
anyway,
there's a lot of them.
Honestly, like if I could have someone on this podcast next, like I'd love to have like TJ.
Dude, I guarantee you, if you ask one of them, I guarantee you at least one of them would say yes. They're great guys.
How do I even contact them? I guess through Twitter. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching this and everything, and I guess I will see you next week. You want to say anything else, Tobin?
I'm good. I said everything.
Alrighty, you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for coming on, Tobin.
Anytime.
And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.